Hey guys, and welcome to our Child Wellness Week as we share tips and information on how to have another great school year as we send our kids back to school. Today we're going to be talking about emotion regulation, and here's what we're going to cover. First of all, I want to say that even though I'm a therapist, I am in the trenches with you all. So even though I'm going to be sharing some advice, just know that I'm experimenting right along with you all. We're going to cover a lot of information. I am going to create a highlight reel so you can go back to find that information. And I hope you enjoy as you follow along. So let's jump in. Step 1, explain the brain. Starting to teach emotion regulation, what's really important is to teach kids exactly what is happening in their brain. If they can see it, then they can understand it better. Daniel Siegel, author and neuroscientist, demonstrates this by teaching the hand model of the brain. Details are in the link in my bio. Basically, we want to teach kids that they have an amygdala, an emotion center, and they have a frontal lobe that can calm their emotions. The frontal lobe is also responsible for critical thinking, decision making, future planning, moral reasoning, and impulse control. It's really important to create a safe environment for your family where you can talk about emotions, name them, express them in a healthy way, read about them, and even play them. Dr. John Gottman, who's author and researcher, talks about doing daily feeling check-ins with your kids, especially young children. You can do puppets. Links are in the bio to that. If you can name the emotion, you can tame it, even during a really intense emotional moment. Research shows that if you name the emotion, then that activates the left side of the brain, which is the center for language and logic, and physiologically can calm the child. I could go on and on here, but for the sake of brevity, you basically just want to teach your kids the fact that their thoughts actually influence the way they feel and therefore how they behave. As we are teaching our kids about the importance of their thoughts and the impact that it has on them, our whole goal is to teach them to have more accurate thinking. My Truth Filter questionnaire is available for a free download, so click on the link in the bio. This questionnaire will guide you through many questions that will determine whether or not their thought is tested, rational, useful, true, and helpful. For really little kids, though, you want to just focus on asking them, is that thought true or helpful? Hey guys, now for the question you've all been waiting for. What do I do when my kid's lid is flipped? Remember, their frontal lobe is still developing, so their amygdala is going to often be firing, and this part's not always working. There's a link in my bio for 10 steps on how to calm your child's strong emotions. Either way, you'll validate them. Sometimes you'll take a more direct hands-on approach. Other times you'll have to help your child self-regulate. First of all, distinguish the difference between a timeout necessary or a calm down period. It's different for everybody, but in our family, we use timeouts as a consequence for unwanted behavior. We use calm down corners for moments of high, intense emotion where we want the child to self-regulate. Here's some ideas for calm down corners. Calm down corners are wonderful for families. It encourages emotional intelligence, normalizes strong emotions, creates positive coping skills, ensures structure, stability, and security for the child. Use a timer so that the child can determine how much time he or she needs in the corner and create a really safe space for them to be able to calm down. We have lots of tools on our website that's linked to Amazon that you can get for your family. And be sure to reconnect with your child and validate them for using their calm down time and help them reintegrate into a rich time into their environment. I know this was a ton of information. We had to move pretty fast, but I will create a highlight reel so you can access this information later. As usual, I'd love feedback. What was helpful and what would you like to learn more about in the future?